So the pusher block will then push the sample through the test syringe into the microfluidic chip, which is also temperature controlled from 4 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. And here in this chip is where the viscosity measurements are taken. And so now that I've kind of walked you through step by step the process by which the sample is loaded into the initium, I think it's just better for a complete demonstration where I will press run, and the auto sampler will then pick up this sample, load it into the test syringe, and then we will begin viscosity measurements. So now I'm going to run the instrument. So I'm going to input the job name and description as demo. I'm going to hit OK. And so now the instrument will do pre-run diagnostics to make sure everything is working fine with the instrument. And it does this before every run. So it's going to test to make sure that the solvent bottles are full and airtight, and it's going to test to make sure that everything inside the lines here are also airtight, so that there is no errors during your viscosity measurements. And so that noise you just heard is simply the air pump turning on and pressurizing the different parts of the instrument. And so this is all part of the quality control process to make sure you get repeatable data. So it's passed that first test, and now it's moving on to the next test, which is to make sure that the syringe doesn't have any air leaks. And so that test passed, and now it's going to make sure that the chip pressure sensors are reading properly. And again, it's just pressurizing the chip using air and testing the pressure sensors within the chip for proper activity. And it will do this forward and reverse, because one important feature of the VROC initium is sample retrieval. So if you load 100 microliters into your test syringe and your experiment requires more than 100 microliters in order to get all the data points that you desire, the instrument will actually pump back the sample into the test syringe, and then it can measure more points with the limited amount of sample. So it goes back and forth, essentially to infinity. So you can take as many measurements as you want if you have just 50 microliters of sample in your test in your testing protocol.